Good morning, students. Today we are going to see Geography Chapter 3 Exogenetic Processes Part 1. In this video, we are going to see biological weathering. What is mean by biological weathering? Biological weathering occurs because of human beings, animals, and plants. It means biological weathering is such kind of weathering which occurs due to the human interference, animals and plants. Weathering which takes place due to the biological factors is called biological weathering. Students, we have seen in previous videos mechanical weathering and chemical weathering. Mechanical weathering means a rock is breaking into small pieces without any change in their chemical composition. It's called mechanical weathering. Chemical weathering, the process of decomposition of rocks due to change in their chemical composition is called chemical weathering. And now let's see what is biological weathering. Biological weathering which occurs due to the human interference, due to the plants, due to the animals is called biological weathering. Students, have you visited any fort, any old building, or have you seen trees growing on their minarets? Minarets means towers. You must have seen rock is getting separated because of roots of the trees. As the roots grow bigger, they create tension in the rocks and start breaking them into small pieces. We have seen this activity in mechanical weathering. As the tension creates in the rock portion is breaking and weakening and it transfers into small pieces or small sand particles. This kind of weathering means biological weathering here takes place due to the plants. When plants' roots grow bigger and bigger, they create tension. Roots of the trees create tension in the rocks and rocks started breaking into small pieces, and it is called biological weathering which is happened due to the trees. Students, look at the figure here 3.8. As we see towards picture, we might be realized that here biological weathering is taken place due to the roots of the plants. How the biological weathering is taken place due to the trees. Ants make large ant hills. Rats, mice, rabbits and other worms and insects make burrows in the ground. These animals are called burrowing animals. It means rats, mice and rabbits make holes in the ground, whereas ants make large ant hills on the ground. Because of their activities, because of the activities of animals or activities of the burrowing animals, rock portion is getting smoother in the process to make the holes on the ground. As they make holes, as they make burrows on the ground, biological weathering is taken place because this kind of weathering is due to the animals. Due to the interference of animals, rock portion is getting smoother. It is breaking and weak into small particles, into small granules. This kind of weathering is biological weathering. We know that biological weathering is taken place due to the human interference, due to the trees, and due to the animals. Here we have seen biological weathering is taken place due to the animal interference, due to their houses, due to their holes. Besides these, algae, moss, lichen, other flora, etc. grow in the rocks and they also help in weathering. See figure 3.9. Lichen. Due to the lichen, biological weathering is taken place. As we see towards figure, we might be realized that how the rock portion is getting cracks and making separate from each other and it converts into small particles or small pieces due to the interference of such kind of plants. Let's recall. Have you seen the process of biological weathering around you? I have seen the process of biological weathering in my locality. Many trees were grown in the cracks of old buildings located near my school. Due to the roots of these trees, many walls and slabs of this building were broken. The students are expected to write answer to this question as per their own experiences. It is not compulsory to write this answer only because your experience may be different, so you have to write answer as per your experience. Our next point is mass movements or mass wasting. Mass means land portion or landform. We have seen three kinds of weatherings: mechanical weathering, chemical weathering, and biological weathering. In these three types of weathering, rock portion is getting smoother, it breaks and it weakens in the process of weathering. That weathered rock or weathered rock material start moving along the slopes due to the gravity and accumulate near the foothills or the gentle slopes. Is the process of mass movement. Weathered material moves as per the slope of the land, as per the gravity of the land. Accumulates means it collects near the foothills of the gentle slope, where the slope of the land is gentle, slow, low. There such kind of material is gathered or located. This process has been happening for years. Such kind of process takes much time. It is not the time of 1 or 2 years. It takes much time to happen. Weathered particles form a conical heap at the foothills. It accumulates, it collects, and it forms just like a conical hill. Weathered particles, weathered material moves down due to the gravity alone. The process is called mass movements. The mass movements occur in two ways. It is rapid on steeper slopes while it is slower on gentle slopes. It means there are two kinds of mass movements, one rapid mass movement and two slower mass movement. Now let's see, students, what is rapid mass movement. Rockfalls, landslides, land subsidence occur rapidly. Rapid mass movements like rockfalls, landslides, land subsidence, etc. occur mostly in the regions having humid climates and steeper slopes because such kind of movements happen rapidly. What are the characteristics of rapid mass movements? First characteristic of rapid mass movement is it happens rapidly, it takes place rapidly. Second thing, it occurs in such kind of region where the climatic condition is humid. Third feature is it rapidly moves towards the steeper slope of the land. The next characteristic of the rapid mass movement is when it rains in such areas, the rainwater penetrates the weathered material and their weight increases. As the weathered material is getting wet due to the rainwater, that material increases weight. As the weathered material increases weight, it moves rapidly and comes down the slope. Sometimes the weathered materials do not move down but sink where they are. Sometimes they are not moving, they are accumulating at one place. This is called slumping. Rapid mass movements may also occur because of earthquakes. These all are the features of rapid mass movements. Let's remind once again the features of rapid mass movements. What are the rapid mass movements? Rockfalls, landslides, land subsidence are the rapid mass movements. They occur mostly in the region where climatic condition is humid and where the slope of the land is steep. When it rains in such areas where the material is accumulated, rainwater penetrates in such kind of weathered material and the weight of weathered material increases. And weathered material moves rapidly and come down to the slope. Sometimes the weathered material do not move and it accumulates at one place, and this process is called slumping. Slumping means when weathered materials do not move and it accumulates at one place, this process is called slumping. Rapid mass movements may occur because of the earthquakes, and these are the features of rapid mass movement. Students, look at the figure 3.10, slumping. It means when weathered material do not move and it accumulates at one place, this is called slumping. Now let's see second type of mass movements, slower mass movements. In the areas with dry climates and gentle slopes, soil creep is a common phenomenon, common features of the slower mass movements. It means slower mass movements are occurred in the dry climatic region where the slope is gentle, not steepy, very low slope, where the soil is creep. In such areas, lower mass movements are happen. In periglacial regions along the slope, small layers of soil accumulating because of the movements of the soil. Periglacial area means a related area which is near to the glacier. This is called solifluction. What is solifluction? Solifluction means in periglacial area, in periglacial regions along the slopes. Here the meaning of periglacial area which is near the slope. The area which is near the slope, at that area there is the accumulation of weathered material or soil in small layers. It means small layers of soil accumulated, gathered, collected in the region which is near to the slope, and this process is called solifluction. And solifluction is the part of slower mass movements. Students, look at the figure 3.11, rockfall. This is the procedure of solifluction because soil portion is accumulated near to the slope of the land. So it is the process of solifluction. Students, look at the figure 3.12, landslides. This process is occurred due to the mass movements. Look at the figure 3.13, solifluction. In this figure we can see that soil portion which is accumulated to the area which is near the slope. This is called solifluction. Last point of this chapter is erosion. Like weathering and mass movements, erosion is also an external process. Erosion occurs through various agents. Which are various agents? The agents like running water, glacier, wind, sea waves and groundwater do the work of erosion. We will study the agents of erosion and landforms produced by them next lesson. In this way, we have seen today biological weathering, mass movements, types of mass movements, rapid mass movements, slower mass movements, and erosion. Students, textbook reading is very important for understanding. So you must read textbook once, twice. Without textbook reading, you cannot understand anything. So textbook reading is compulsory for you. Thank you.